Welcome back to Blockchain Pill. My name is Alex, and today we're going to do an interview with a community member from Popeye. Popeye in December was one of the star meme tokens inside the ICP ecosystem. Everybody was talking about them, everybody was buying Popeye, and now we're going to find out what makes a meme token tick, what grabs the attention to a meme token. And we're going to learn a thing or two today. Welcome to the podcast. It's a pleasure to have you here. Please tell our viewers, who you are and what is your role in the Popeye meme token.
So my name is Arthur, and I am a community member of Popeye. I guess everybody is community member of Popeye because it was fair launched on Bob Fun. Um, I came onto the project a few months after it released, and I really love Popeye. I grew up watching Popeye, and I kind of saw that this is a meme that has big potential, and so I figured, well, I might as well try to do what I can to get it there.
Why would you say that Popeye is a meme that has great potential?
Because whenever I go to the store here in America, and I go to the men's section, I see Popeye shirts. So there's like Walmart, right? Carries Popeye shirts. That tells me that there's probably millions of people out there that grown men that'll have a Popeye on their body, right? Which if you get down to the math of that, a million people, if they start associating that slowly with your token, that's buy pressure that can just go absolutely meteoric.
Yeah, that's true. And we've seen inside the ICP meme token ecosystem, we've seen a lot of new faces appearing, and I think that one of the reasons why is that we now have meme token launchers, which is a new thing on the Internet Computer Protocol, and we've literally seen thousands of meme tokens launch. And for the people who are new and they found this video, can you run us like briefly through the process of how anyone can launch a meme token in just a few minutes, basically?
Basically, anybody, you just, for instance, I launched or I've tried to launch, but Sailor, the guy that launched Popeye, he did it on launch.bob.fun. Basically, you go there, you log in, and you need to provide a token name, a ticker, a image, and a brief description. And
Yeah.
then absolutely anybody else can just pitch some ICP towards it, just a few ICP. And when it reaches a certain threshold, then it will, like, everybody that pitched ICP will get a certain share, portion of that token, and then it will get fair launched right currently into ICP Swap. I believe they're also working on getting it into like Kong Swap as well. Some of the other launchers will go directly to Kong Swap, but the process is
Yeah.
generally the same.
But the problem with meme tokens, it's super easy to launch them, but unfortunately, most of them, like 99.99% of them, don't really take off. And in today's discussion, I want to talk to you and learn from you. What did you guys do right with Popeye? Because it was sitting at like 15, 20,000 market cap for like a couple of months, and then all of a sudden it went up almost 100x. And I think that is when everybody started talking about Popeye. So what makes a meme token, get all of this attention on it? And what was in your case, in Popeye's case?
This was kind of like the perfect storm of things with Popeye specifically, in the sense that Bob, as you know, is just really blew up on the ICP ecosystem. And a lot of the people, like Sailor, was really active in helping people. As a developer, he would like help people mine, and he was just generally involved the Bob community. So was basically everybody that came onto Popeye really early. So we decided, well, why not, promote this? Why not discuss this? And which we did. We did that very video on Jerry Benfield, and it turned out that the Bob crowd, the people that actually hold it, it they just have steady hands. If the people that like a token really depends on its holders, right? If you're marketing to people that are gonna buy like this, they're also gonna sell like this, and you're never gonna have the price action that'll get you long term. People that are like, oh, I like this project, I'll invest every single week, $10 or something like that. Which is, you need more and more of those people to go from one spike correction, next spike correction, next spike correction, and it needs to grow and grow and grow as new people get onboarded.
But I still think the initial break of maybe, let's say, on the Internet Computer Protocol, it is like maybe 10% of the tokens get to 100,000 market cap, and only a few of them, maybe like 10% of those 10% actually manage to go past $100,000. And I think that here comes the community, right? Because if nobody cares about the token, it goes to 100K and then it drops to almost nothing. And we've seen this happen time and time again with tokens that really did not stick. And Popeye was one of the maybe 1% of the tokens who managed to get up to $1 million, which for the people that are watching this video from outside, just to get a better grasp on it, I would say that on ICP, we have a 100 times smaller ecosystem than Solana. So a token here reaching 1 million market cap would be like the equivalent of a token hitting 100 million on the Solana blockchain. So $1 million in market cap is quite a number. And if we look at the Popeye token, it is now down about 70%, 75%, and the community is still active. This is super important. This is still in healthy territory. And what I would like to see from Popeye, in the coming months is, try to come back to 1 million market cap and then move beyond. And there is when we're going to know that Popeye is one of the blue chips on ICP. What are some thoughts or some tips that you have to give to other ICP meme tokens that, they see Bob.fun and they want to launch a token? And it's easy. You launch it in 25 seconds. What do you do then?
If somebody wants to make a quick buck, which is why those tokens don't go past 100K, the quick buck is really, it's small, it's petty. So somebody will invest, 10 ICP, 20 ICP. The second that 20 ICP turns into 200, everybody starts to self-cannibalize. It's like, I better dump before this next guy dumps, before this next guy dumps. And so it basically is taking the money of the people that believed in the meme and saying, I'm a good businessman. I made 100 ICP, which is just a joke. If somebody wants to actually have a long-term token, then you're not going to be able to get a community built unless you have a vision, which is, I think, one of the things that sets Popeye apart. Like, we have a concrete vision. You say a million. We do think that we are one of the biggest memes that we can reach the 1, 10, 50 billion market cap, because Popeye is that big. There's literally millions of people, if tens, hundreds of millions of people that know who Popeye is. And we discuss constantly, concrete step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, how to, get there.
I'm sorry, you said Popeye can reach 1, 10, 50 billion or million?
Billion.
$1 billion. How are you guys planning, like realistically, to go to 1 billion, 5 billion, 50 billion with Popeye?
The main strategy is to tap into the existing Popeye brand. I thought it was an American thing. One of our guys in the Openchat, he sent a statue in Germany, right? Oh, they have a Popeye statue here. So the general strategy is to say, well, for instance, T-shirts. We currently have a deal with one guy that has a store. I won't name any names or say where, but we made an agreement with him, and the agreement is simple. You sell merch, you sell clothes, you sell T-shirts. You're going to be selling. Do you sell Popeye shirts? He's like, yeah, I do. And we are going to be facilitating his T-shirts with a Popeye giveaway. And the logic is that now just a small batch of 500 T-shirts is not a big deal, but to me, it's kind of like a pilot study, where if it's 500 T-shirts, it's not just the average person that we're like, hey, believe in this meme. This is 500 people that want to purchase a T-shirt that has a big Popeye right here. They'll tell their friends. They'll tell every other, oh, that's a nice shirt. Oh yeah, it also came with some Popeye token. So just for simple math, right? That's 500 will tell a few thousand, right? The odds that even these 500 that will get Popeye with their T-shirts are going to buy more Popeye is big, but then their friends are, right? And then so it gets kind of legs within that community. But more importantly, that'll let us approach other merchandise. I mean, from like pipes to everything related to the Popeye brand, and say, guys, not only did this help this vendor here, but it may be faster sales. Maybe he was able to mark up his products because now it's crypto associated, more hip. Um, and then if we can prove that with numbers, then we can attract big manufacturing or big distribution partners that are like, yeah, I'll do this for the next 50,000 t-shirts. The goal is to reach a point where we reach the kind of market cap and the kind of scope where if a person sees a Popeye image anywhere, even that's not associated to us, they will think about the Popeye token.
So basically, the plan that you guys have is whenever somebody sees a picture of Popeye, they're going to think about the Popeye meme token on the Internet Computer Protocol, which
Correct.
is this is a big plan. And 50 billion. Listen, you're setting yourself incredible goals to hit. That would be, just to put it into perspective, 50 billion would be the market cap that Doge had in 2021. So that is a huge target that you guys have. How are you able to use the Popeye brand, without having a problem? I know there has been something with Popeye becoming public domain or stuff like that. If you want to go into that.
So it's kind of a gray area, which in theory, somebody somewhere may be in trouble. But Popeye is public domain, and our approach is not is we're kind of implying a sale, but we're not doing a sale. So by that I mean like we're giving the Popeye away, right? So simply by giving it away, the people that like will get a shirt um, will be like, oh, let me look into this, right? And then they may tell their friends. So we're not directly selling it, right? To we're saying, hey, give us $1, we'll give you this much Popeye. So we're not doing that. I hope we're not stepping on any toes. Um,
But
that's
then you would be selling Popeye shirts. Is there would that be a problem?
we like you can't go. We're not selling any Popeye shirts, but it's not a problem because yeah, it's so Popeye the Sailor is public domain. Now there's an old version and then there's a new version. So people wouldn't be able to sell the newer version of Popeye merch associated with us, but people are AI generating images, left and right, as far as I understand. Or it's also not that hard. Just call up the people, say, hey, I'd like to pay for this license to sell this T-shirt, and if they wish to do that.
I think that once you will get to a point with the Popeye market cap and stuff like that, that is gonna open a lot of doors for you guys to be able to move and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Where do you think the ICP meme token ecosystem is going to be in 2025, in your opinion?
I think that it's going to get absolutely big, um, because ICP itself is going to get big, and whenever people are coming just off of caffeine AI hype, right? I anticipate a lot of people just flooding into the ICP ecosystem and looking in, oh, what are meme tokens doing? And a lot of those teams, like we're talking Solana guys, we're talking Ethereum guys, that will become more familiar with ICP are going to be like, well, our team would dominate this space, because the competition is not that strong. Let's launch our tokens here, um, and I think that'll bring in a lot of people from all kinds of ecosystems that have the infrastructure. It's not just about making a token. Like right now, you say they'll reach 100K. Well, that's because we're so small. But if these guys, they have influences of like, okay, that's 100,000, 200,000 YouTube followers on that channel is their friend, 300,000, there. They have friends in like crypto media. So they're going to be able to bring in, just off the bat, heavy hitter tokens, even if they're fair launched.
When that's going to happen, we're going to see like 100x of our ecosystem, and the bad meme tokens are going to reach 1 million to 10 million market cap before going to zero. So the good ones are going to go to 100 mil plus, which is now the norm on Ethereum and on Solana. So you guys are planning to do merch. What else can people be excited about? How will people learn about Popeye in the future?
I don't want to say much, but like so there's Popeye Day. It's the 17th of January every year. Um, and there's also the hometown of Popeye. It's called in Chester, Illinois. Anybody can Google it. Like the entire town is Popeye. So
Hmm.
statues of Popeye, museum of Popeye, just everything is Popeye related because that's kind of the birthplace of Popeye. So I'm gonna go there, and well, let's just say I'm working on deals with people that are already fans of Popeye. That's all I can say. So people that are already, they're used to just the idea of Popeye. They live Popeye. They breathe Popeye. And I'm just gonna make contacts with that community and say, guys, we are the main Popeye crypto. We are, you know, this is who, here we are, and see if we can work together.
What's really important is for a meme token is the community, and you mentioned this multiple times because there used to be a few Popeyes on other blockchains as well. And I remember a few like 1 week ago there was a somewhat bigger one on Solana. That is gone. That is over now. That disappeared completely. So it used to be like 1 million market cap. I remember it surpassed you guys, and now it's almost zero. It's like 68,000 market cap. So
Mhm.
really no community there. It was just a pump and dump of the news of Popeye becoming public domain,
Hmm.
and just like that, it went to zero. And here you guys are, still standing and on your way to hopefully 50 billion in market cap. What do you think the ICP community are gonna say? Let's do this scenario. Popeye hits 1 billion. What do you think the ICP community is gonna say? People are gonna lose their mind.
It will be absolutely um, just a bunch of joy because so our goal is not to take from existing ICP ecosystem money, right? Our goal is to say, hey, Popeye community, right? You millions of people that like Popeye, you guys that are not perhaps not in crypto, come and trade, and get some Popeye. So they're what they're doing is they're buying ICP to buy Popeye. So if we, blow up overnight, and I mean there are some ideas for some promotions that I do think can just meteorically take us to let's say 100 mil within sometime within this year, right? Um, that will bring in so much more people into IC ecosystem. So it's not our goal is not just to like we make some money, we sold, we're happy. It's also to just bring people outside of the outside money, so to speak, into our ecosystem.
Yeah, that's true. Because if we only keep, a token inside the ecosystem, we've seen like the very very top that a meme token can go is I believe Windoge, which went up to 20 million, which would be the equivalent if we 100x that. That would be like 2 billion on Solana. So I think this is currently inside the ASP ecosystem. This was the top. So 20 million was something that was only touched by one meme token. And I remember a Sailor. He was in my Telegram group, which by the way everybody can join it. The link is gonna be in the description below. And the token was like 5,000 market cap, 10,000 market cap, and he was like there, talking about it, interacting with people day in and day out. Like every single day he was talking about it, and for a couple of months, and the price barely moved. And this is where I feel that most ICP meme tokens, and maybe all the meme tokens in general, this is where they end. It's those 1 month or 2 months of nothing, really nothing happening, when the founder loses faith, which is a thing that never happened with Popeye. So, what can you tell us about the founder of Popeye? Maybe a few things about him. Why is he not here, and why are you here? Stuff like that.
Well, um, first off, I want to say that the sailor, he inspired me. He inspired everybody else that like is holding Popeye. And in the beginning, we more invested into him because imagine you have a token that's 10,000 or 15,000 or 5,000 market cap, and day in day out this guy's like a machine. He's promoting the token, he's sharing the token, like he does not give up. So it really begs the question, if he's doing that with a 15K market cap, if he has that much energy and that much drive, that much discipline, what is he going to do when this token is at 10 million market cap, 20 million market cap, 30 million market cap? So that's kind of what sold a lot of us, that this is a guy that will not stop. He goes and goes and goes and goes. Um, the reason that I'm talking is, uh, well, he's working on the technical aspects of the project. So especially with these giveaways, there's a kind of a hurdle. How do we get a person that is not in the IC ecosystem into the IC ecosystem in a friendly user experience? So he's actively working on that, and we just kind of decided like, hey, I'll kind of be the face and talk about it and promote Popeye, and you work on the uh, on the back end stuff.
Yeah, so I'm looking right now on the website that you guys have. It's a simple website. What are some of the ICP's unique features that you guys are using? I see you guys have an open chat. What can people do in the open chat?
Well, the open chat is probably, when they ask like, oh, is there going to be utility to Popeye or anything like that? Open chat really is the utility of Popeye. For instance, like we have a spinach squad, right? Every single thing happening to Popeye or about to happen, people know about in the spinach squad, right? So it's relatively cheap to get in. A million Popeye, and it needs to be in your OC wallet, and then you get that information. So, for instance, when I got word with you that, hey, we're gonna do this video, the people in the spinach squad knew. So, for instance, because it's obvious that they know, okay, there's going to be a video. That means exposure. Some people may invest. There will be price action, and so they get the first kind of scoop on that. So I'm going to go to Chester. I'm going to try to make some deals with like I don't know who I may meet. I'm a relatively social guy, but if I do make a deal, they'll be the first to know. If that's the idea is to build like a whale community, because like, yeah, right now a million Popeye is a few $100, right? But as we get into the 10 million, 50 million, 100 million, those guys are going to have hundreds of thousands worth of Popeye, and making sure that they have the insider scoop lets them do, because by then they believe in Popeye. They already believe in Popeye. They can like buy it, and sell it, at the right times. Basically, I give them insider information. That's kind of the main uh, kind of strategy to make sure that investors are also making money. That's it's absolutely necessary for the project to grow.
What can people expect in the next couple of months, to come out from Popeye? What can we be excited about?
Within the next few months, I don't know about couple, but few, maybe three, um, because that's just what I'm working on, right? Everybody's doing their own thing. It's kind of a community. But I think that we should have an agreement with somebody in the MMA community that will be comfortable putting their face in front of, hey, this is the Popeye token, and obviously it'll be just through a giveaway. I also am already working on. I have a deal planned for the town of Popeye, because if people are coming there because they want a Popeye figurine, they want a Popeye T-shirt, they want a Popeye baseball cap, right? I want them to also leave with the Popeye crypto. So I anticipate that kind of event, and then there's going to be one super event, which I think can blow up like the entire. You can just blow up like meteorically. I can't say too much, but I think it has the potential to be national news and international news from the hype alone.
Listen, this is what we need on the Internet Computer Protocol. We need to onboard people at first, one at a time. And I think that the masses are going to come as the prices grow. What's the difference when Popeye was trading at $15,000 market cap versus when it was trading at 1 million? Because I remember it was crazy. Everybody was talking about Popeye. I was watching your Telegram, people joining, and everybody was bullish. Buy Popeye. What was the difference?
Well, I mean, it was just like euphoria. I'm the only one that didn't experience any euphoria, because uh, what's a million? That
If
does
you're
nothing.
aiming for 50 bill, 1 mil is not really like 0.1% of the way
Yeah,
there.
yeah, and
Yeah.
but there's growing pains, like you said, 70% retrace, right? That's healthy. Because what happens is whenever people are buying at a 15K market cap, and then they're looking and wow, they've 100x, right? They've 150x. The temptation to be like, okay, I'm going to sell is very high, and it's necessary because basically what that retrace does is it just flushes out those emotions. So the people that don't believe that we can get to a billion, see, I believe that we can get to a billion. I didn't sell anything, right? Um, that don't believe that we can get there, they start selling. Great, absolutely great, because they're replaced by people that do believe that we can get to that point, and that lets us, do the next promotion, next, next hype, etc. And then it does another big leg, let's say to 10 million, right? Again, people will be like, "Oh my goodness, I made so much freaking money," right? They're going to pull some profits. They're going to, again, it's just flushing out those emotions, and these kind of waves are. It's absolutely healthy, necessary thing for any meme token, to get to that top.
Yeah, I think just a piece of advice. If you manage to buy a token and you're not, one of the founders, you're not one of the insiders, if you manage to get a 100x, you better take some profits. Like this is what you're supposed to do. And looking forward to see what you guys are going to do in the future. I'm looking forward to have you back here when we hit, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. And is there something that we didn't talk about in this podcast that you want to share with the people?
The claims, right, that I'm saying that we can reach this, and here's our, step one, step two, step three, they may seem absolutely outlandish. But I want to challenge every single one of your listeners, yourself. 3 Popeye movies are coming up in 2025, right? Or 3 Popeye movies are in the works. So that's reach of, let's say, 10 million people. Right now, if you Google Popeye crypto, right, the first one is nothing, right? We are number 2, right? As we get to undisputed champion, the Popeye crypto, whenever you have, let's say, 50 million people that just saw the movie, they will inevitably look at that. That's so many people that if we are the number one Popeye crypto, which is why I believe it's healthy for the ICP ecosystem, that what I'm saying is not outlandish. So if I think that the goal is there. It's very achievable, and I strongly suggest to anybody that come join our OC. We're also kind of active on Telegram, and every single one of us, like, we're all working for the ICP ecosystem. Yes, we're going to make a crap ton of money, but this is also for channeling that huge culture of Popeye into the IC ecosystem.
Perfect. Fingers crossed for your goals, and I'm looking forward to have you guys back here and to celebrate, 1 million, 10 million, why not 100 million and beyond.
Sounds good. I look forward to it as well.
Cool. So this was my discussion with Popeye. Will we see the first 1 billion market cap token, and will it be Popeye? Well, time will tell. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, and I'll see you in the next video.